Hey y'all already know what it is. It's the girl Lady J back bringing you my thoughts, commentary, and opinions on your favorite ladies in the female rap game. So you already know what I'm gonna say. I want you to go ahead and hit that, that like button, the thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on my Twitters, on my Instagram at Southern T with 2 A's. It's been a week since we left off with the bullshit, so let's get right back into it because there's been some things that have popped off within this past week. So let's go ahead and get started. So one of the first topics I want to get into is Onika Tanya, okay? So there are a few things that I want to get into when I talk about Onika. So for one, we got to talk about that Pink Friday 2 Vino cover art, okay? Fire. All right? It definitely was giving me pink print vibes, okay? Especially with the exact color that she went with the color scheme, that type of pink. You know what I'm saying? That kind of hot scarlet type of pink a little bit. I was definitely feeling that. Fuchsia, more so to say. I'm going to say fuchsia. It's more like a fuchsia color. Like what she had on the pink print. She had her thumb print in that like hot pink fuchsia type of color. She kind of was giving the same vibes with this cover art. And a lot of people, including myself, kind of noticed the hourglass, almost to say as if her time is up when she says up, or these bitches' time is up. You know what I'm saying? Some people said, it was kind of giving snake vibes with the fangs at the top, which I didn't see until I seen someone on Instagram pointed out. Not Instagram, excuse me, Twitter. It's up to interpret however you want it, but I was definitely seeing the hourglass. And on top of that, the two, size that she was holding, it was given 2, like the number 2, Pink Friday 2, Roman numeral 2, to let you know it's the second of the Pink Friday, you know what I'm saying? So I just thought it was just so much uniqueness and thought that, went into it, and I really liked it. Some people, everything ain't for everybody, okay? But I think it was very beautiful, and artists just left up to interpret to the eye of the beholder. So it is what it is. But let me know what you're thinking and how you're feeling of it, and how excited are you for Pink Friday 2, baby? Because we about a month out, okay? Speaking of that cover art and the vinyl, baby, the vinyl sold more than Doja Cat's album, like with pre-sales alone, and the album not even out yet. So it surpassed Doja Cat's Scarlet after, she just literally, it was just the vinyl on sale. There was no music being sold with it, baby. It was just like the vinyl. So, it surpassed Doja Cat's Scarlet after, with just the pre-sales alone, which does make it the best-selling female rap album of 2023. Because, Doja Cat only sold 70K within the first week, and I think she's dropped down now from number 5 to number 9. So she's going down the charts instead of up the charts. But, so, yeah, well, what Nicki say? I'm on a whole nother level. These bitches is out of their league, okay? You bitches ain't batting like me. You bitches ain't better than me. But, it's like she say. So, I mean, y'all love to go so hard for Doja Cat, but at the end of the day, Doja Cat couldn't even beat her old record, let alone the highest female rap album of this year. And Nicki ain't even put out her album yet. So I think that's just very telling. But I honestly think that has to do with, Doja's demons. But we'll get into that later. But also, anyway, speaking of Nicki, she is nominated for the Best Artist nomination at the MTV EMAs. And, the EMAs love Nicki. So, we'll see if she wins that. But she's also nominated with, Taylor Swift and Doja Cat and I think SZA. So, it's a fierce competition. But besides all of that, I did want to get into something else. Because I noticed, as you all know, Drake's album had came out over the weekend for all the dogs. And I saw a lot of people on my timeline very upset that Nicki wasn't included on this album, even though, Drake said she was going to be on this album, and Nicki kind of alluded to being on this album. And I think some things went down behind the scenes and Drake removed her from the album. And I can't say that for a fact because I don't know, but I don't think Nicki would have alluded to being on the album if she knew that she wasn't. And Drake, unless he was trying to, get some clickbait or some, get the barbs to tune in when the album dropped, which I really think he did, he really didn't have any plans or intentions for Nicki being on that album unless some shit went down behind closed doors. But either way, I just hope that Nicki doesn't have Drake on her album, and I hope that she treats Drake like an op that he is. For one, Drake's always kind of been wishy-washy to me, and a lot of her label mates from Young Money have been wishy-washy to me. I think the only ones who consistently take up for her and defend her and come through for her is probably Lil Wayne and Tyga, So it's just I be feeling like Drake, he's a clout chaser sometimes, and I feel like Drake know what he be doing and can use her fan base a lot of times. But at the end of the day, she not on his album. I hope he's not on hers. And I just hope, that she moves accordingly from now on. And that's all I really got to say about that. I really don't see the need in y'all getting too hyped up about this shit, because at the end of the day, Drake is not the same Drake. Like, his music has not hit the same since 2016, honestly, in my most humble opinion. That's really the last solid Drake album that I listened to from start to finish. So, I mean, it is what it is. But moving on to something more positive, rapper Eve, she spoke on Nicki in a recent interview. She said that her wordplay is incredible. She's a great lyricist, and no one can really take her on. And I just thought that was nice, because Eve, even though she wasn't like the most notorious female rapper, she was definitely a part of the female rap history and genre, and she has contributed enough. And I think, she is one of the OGs, and for her to be one of the few that actually give credit to Nicki, I think that was pretty dope. So shout out to Eve. But let me know what you thinking and how you feeling down below. Moving on to the next topic, I want to get into Cardi B. So Cardi B, baby, she said, well, you know what? I'm gonna let you go ahead and take a listen.
I'm like the type of person that if I like you and I meet you and like we do a song, I don't expect like you to pick a side or anything, or like I feel like you could work with whoever you want to work, because at the end of the day, this is a business and you gotta look out for yourself always. Just don't on me, or don't show me like you kind of like a fake, because that like be breaking my heart, and that be making me want to like, when I see you, I'm gonna let you know, like, and I express myself when I have to express myself, and I'm gonna let you know, like, I feel like this and that.
So let me know what you thinking and how you feeling. But y'all, what do y'all, what do you really think? I mean, she's saying she don't make her collaborators or the people she work with choose sides, Ooh, excuse me. I'm going to call cap. I'm going to call bullshit. And I'm going to give you the reasons why I'm calling bullshit. Okay. For one, Cardi B is a proven liar. She's lied several times and been caught lying several times. Okay. Because for one, I feel like you do make people choose sides, or you may not say it outright, but I definitely do think it's alluded to and pressure is put on. Because you did unfollow Sexyy Red after she collaborated with Nicki for Pound Town 2. You argue with multiple girls on a Super Freaky Girl Queens mix. Summer Walker, Normani, and Glorilla all unfollowed Nicki after collaborating with you, and that's no coincidence. And I mean, you've been shading Ice Spice since her Nicki Minaj collaboration, so I mean, I don't think what she's saying is true. I do think you might not tell them to choose sides, but I definitely do think it's alluded to or pressured in some way, in some shape, form, or fashion. Because, baby, why is Summer Walker, Normani, and Glorilla all unfollowing Nicki right after collaborating with you? Like, make it make sense, okay? You unfollowing Sexyy Red after she collaborated with Nicki, and then you arguing with all the girls on the Super Freaky Girl Queens mix, and then calling JT a lapdog. Like, you saying you don't make them choose sides, but you do. You do. You may not say it all right, but there's some type of energy going on. There's some type of something being like alluded to that makes people feel like they have to choose sides and, start being a little bit shady, because Glorilla was following Nicki before collaborating with you, and so was Summer, and so was Normani. So, I think it's very interesting that she says she don't make them choose sides, but at the end of the day, I think she wants this perception around her like she's this girl's girl, or that she's unbothered, but I think she's extremely bothered, and she's been showing that she's extremely bothered, okay? And that's just how I honestly feel about it, because if you're not bothered, you wouldn't care who these girls follow and who these girls, that they care about a Nicki Minaj feature, that they want to follow Nicki Minaj, or that they want to feature with Nicki Minaj. You wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly think that she kind of felt the way about Sexyy Red, working with Nicki, because, Cardi B kind of was showing love to Sexyy Red, and maybe she thought she would get that Pound Town 2 remix, you know what I'm saying? But it went over to Nicki, and I think that low-key made Cardi feel some type of way. Just like I think it made her feel some type of way when Ice Spice, didn't do no remix to, what was that viral song, Munch? Cardi B kind of put out her own Munch remix to Instagram, because Ice Spice never officially released the Munch remix that I think Cardi B wanted to be on. And Ice Spice never approved of it, because she didn't want to go down like Glorilla and have, Cardi B ride her wave. And I think when Ice Spice collaborated with Nicki for Princess Diana and then turned around and did it again for Bobby World and it be as big and successful as it is, I do think that also made Cardi B feel some type of way. And, you know, I think she's been shading Ice Spice ever since. And that's just how I feel about it. So I think what she's saying is cap and is bullshit. She want to make it look good for the public, but at the end of the day, the people who know. So let me know what you're thinking and how you feeling down below. So the next topic I want to get into is Ice Spice. So speaking of Ice Spice, right? So Ice Spice, child, why she announced that she won Best Breakthrough Hip Hop Artist a week early before the BET Hip Hop Awards even came on. Okay, like it wasn't nothing but the red carpet the night she announced it. Like, why is you telling these people that you won Best Breakthrough Hip Hop Artist? But you know, if you proud, you proud. You know what it is. Okay, go girl. But yeah, I thought that was funny. But anyways, she is also going to be a musical guest on SNL. So shout out to her doing her thing. Now, a lot of people have been saying, you know, Ice Spice ain't really been, you know, doing much as far as music goes. But I do think Ice Spice has an album coming soon. You know, her EP is, you know, I think it's surpassed 500,000 sales now. But I do think Ice Spice is coming with the music. I just think she's being very strategic. I think she's not trying to release around the times that, you know, bigger artists release. Doja Cat just released. Drake just released. Nicki's about to release. So I think she's being a little bit strategic about it. Hell, she might fuck around and release when Cardi B get ready to release, child. And Cardi B thinking she don't got no competition because she releasing or not releasing when Nicki is. And she fuck around and release when Ice Spice release. So, you know, I'm excited for an Ice Spice album. I think her EP was palatable. So, you know, I'm looking forward to an Ice Spice album. A lot of people are saying she's flopping or falling off, but baby, it's okay to just take care of business and money moves instead of putting out music back to back to back. Okay, like Sexyy Red doing her thing, let Sexyy Red do her thing. It don't mean that Sexyy Red replaced Ice Spice for one. They just are just two different types of artists to me for one, but you know, it is what it is. But anyways, y'all let me know what you think about it and how you feeling down below. So the next topic I want to get into is the demon cat, Doja, whatever she calling herself these days. So like I mentioned earlier, along with Nicki, Taylor Swift, SZA, and others, Doja Cat is also nominated for this year's Best Artist at the MTV EMAs. Now, she has been doing her demonic antics, so she could get it, but I don't think she will because the antics ain't even been enough to help her reach that 100,000 K threshold the first week of her album sales, which, you know, she couldn't even outdo her last album, Planet Her. So, you know what I'm saying? And so I really don't know how this is going to go for Doja Cat. However, Doja is, I don't know. I don't think this era is going how she intended for it to go. I mean, there's people who saying that she doesn't want to do music anymore and that this is just her way of, you know, getting out of the game. But I don't think that's the case because when you listen to her interviews, she speaks a lot about, you know, the time it takes to make her music and what she's put into her music and, you know, the sounds that went into this last album. She sounds like she was really into and heavy into the creative process. So I think she does care about the music. I just think that she wants people to embrace this new Doja Cat, and a lot of the people aren't embracing it. And especially when you have this whole demonic shit going on, and then you know, kind of came at your fans sideways over the summertime. A lot of people they got turned off by it. So I don't know. I think she's maybe just wanting to make the music she wants to make, but you know, be the person she's always wanted to be. I just don't think it's really resonating with people. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are saying that they feel like a lot of this new album material is kind of stuff that she would have put on SoundCloud. And I can kind of see that. But I don't know. I think Doja Cat isn't really hitting the mark when it comes to this new era Scarlett. But, you know, she's still got to go on tour and whatnot. So I'm sure she'll be fine. But a lot of people really aren't buying into this new Doja. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, she had like this neo-Nazi man as a shirt. That she had posted, and people really didn't know what to take it at. Some people are saying he's homophobic. Other people are saying he's a racist and he has this racist manifesto. There's just a lot of controversy when it comes to this man. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he was a racist or homophobic. I mean, she was in them incel chat rooms with white men who was saying nigga. So I mean, it would be pretty on mark for Doja Cat. But my thing is, Doja Cat, I really don't think Doja Cat embraces her blackness. She never has. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know why people want her to so bad. She don't date black men. And I'm not saying dating black men is a part of embracing her blackness, but that's just one part of the pie, right? She never embraced her natural hair to me, and she had a beautiful braid of hair. You know what I'm saying? She never really catered to the black audience until now. She wants people to digest this new hip hop that she's doing, and a lot of black people just aren't resonating with Doja Cat. And I don't even think she resonates with her own blackness, honestly. But go with whatever suits you, boo. Okay, okay. So I mean, at the end of the day, her wearing this man on her shirt, it don't faze me none, because Doja Cat's been a fucking weirdo. She's always been, to me, one of the biracials who more identify with her whiteness, which is fine. She was raised by her white mother. Maybe she has some type of personal issues going on with her black father. Maybe that is where the self-hate comes in. I don't know. But that's just how I feel. That's just my 2 cents, baby. Okay, do you hear me? But also, like I said, Doja Cat's album did drop like 5 spots, or 4 or 5 spots. It went from like number 4 to like number 9 on this week's Billboard 200. So it dropped within that 1 week debut that it did. And number 4 and number 5, it dropped 4 more spots. So like I said, I just don't think a lot of people are resonating with this album, because, baby, you should have went up, okay? Because a lot of people are feeling Agora Hills. Paint the Town Red is still at number 1. Why is this album steady dropping on the Billboard 200 albums charts? You know what I'm saying? By next week, hell, it'll be at the top 10 on the Billboard 200. So, let me know your thoughts and feelings on that. The next album I want to get into is Megan Thee Stallion. So Megan has a new song that dropped that made absolutely no noise, that nobody talked about. It's from Dix the Musical, called Alpha the Alpha. Okay. What I thought of this song, I didn't like it. Like, I just didn't like it. For one, it wasn't my cup of tea. But it was just really, I don't know. She was just talking shit about men. And I guess that's for obvious reasons. She's not had the best feedback from a lot of men, especially men in the industry these days, or the past year or two. Okay. So, she said, these men hold all the cards. It makes me want to spit. They always fucking shit up. They're always making a mess. Then she said, I'm going to tell you the secret to my success. Men are all stupid, weak little boys. They're not very smart. They just make a lot of noise. They get their nose up my ass. They want to be a teacher's pet, and so I keep them on their toes and make those fuckers sweat. And that was basically the tone of the whole song. But my thing is, babe, why are you so angry? I mean, Jay-Z's the main man holding all your cards. Is that how you feeling, baby? Is that how you feeling? But no, I wasn't into the song. And it made no noise. I didn't really see anybody at all really talking about it. But people say, oh, it's a musical. Baby, there's plenty of soundtracks from performances and movies that didn't make noise. For instance, Barbie World, that's a movie soundtrack, and it has yet to leave the top 15 since it's dropped 6 months ago. So I mean, that's really no excuse. People just wasn't fucking with this song, and if you go listen to it, it's really nothing to get into. It's not gonna make you want to go back and listen to it. It's not something in your playlist. It's just not. Okay, so I wasn't really feeling it. You can let me know what you think about it down below. But honestly, I think all of that animosity and tension is really just coming from the feedback and the kind of view that she's been getting from men, especially men in the industry. And I think that, that's where that comes from. But moving on, she will also be performing at Piedmont Park in Atlanta alongside Janet Jackson, Lil' Kim, and others on October 28th. Let me know if that's something you'll be into. Now, maybe Lil' Kim and Megan can do a little performance together or something, because they did, well, let me say Lil' Kim did drop that Plan B remix that Megan completely ignored. But, she says she loved Lil' Kim so much. So maybe they'll do a little, 1-2 step together on a stage. I don't know. But, she was so excited to get up there with Beyonce and do her little 30-second performance. So maybe she might do a little same thing with Kim. I don't know. Okay. But, let me know what you're thinking about it. I've been noticing they've been having Megan, instead of by herself, they've been putting her next to people, specifically people who are calibers above her, like a Janet Jackson or like a Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? And I just think, or like Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? Like she's come out with since her comeback, she's came out with Cardi B, she's came out with Beyonce, and now Janet Jackson. It's like, I think that, they're scared, they being her label, her team, I think they're scared to see what Megan is going to do on her own, numbers wise and reception wise, because a lot of people still, the temperature is not too great when it comes to Megan. It's still a little bit hot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were straddling the fence, but now it's like 50-50. You got people who full on support her, and then the other 50% who just can't, and they just believe she's a fucking liar. So, let me know what you think about it, how you feeling down below. And also, word on the street is Megan has new music coming very soon, like October, November. I guess we just gonna have to wait and see what that's hitting like. But if it's anything like this out the alpha shit, she can keep that bullshit off my motherfucking roster in my timeline, okay? But you let me know what you think about it down below. So the next topic I want to slide on into is Latte, okay? Or should I say Lotto Latte, the jackpot frappuccino, okay? But I'm gonna get into that in a second. So for one, it was recently announced not too long ago that she's going to be on Offset's new album that's going to flop this month called, the song is called Fine As Can Be. But his, album is supposed to be releasing this month. It ain't going to do much of shit, but you can bet my last ass on it. But yeah, so let me know what you think about that. But we got to talk about Lotto in these weak ass collaborations and these nonsensical ass collaborations that, her team got her doing. For one, Lotto is teaming up with Hall's Cough Drops as a partnership, with, I guess her quotes on the goddamn cough drop rappers. She's calling herself the throat goat, okay? But because of this collaboration, now I don't know what sucking dick got to do with wanting cough drops, because that's what a throat goat in my mind comes to mean. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know what sense this collaboration made. I don't know what her as a rapper has to do with cough drops. Maybe she's saying I could have seen if she went with the angle of, okay, well, being in the studio all the time, rapping, my voice can get a little hoarse and I'll suck on these cough drops. But no, you went the route as to saying you're the throat goat is why you need the cough drops, baby. Hang it up, flash screen. Like, this shit don't be making no sense to me. Like, what is the motherfucking point, baby? What's the point? I mean, but I guess a deal is a deal, especially if you're in a 360. You got to pay that label either way. They don't care where the money comes from, baby. Do you hear me? Okay. But another partnership that she is doing would have made sense a year ago when Kodak Black called her Latte the Frappuccino. But she is now doing a Starbucks partnership, after Ice Spice then did her little drink with, what was it, Dunkin' Donuts. Here come Lotto not even 2 weeks later with her little drink, but this time with Starbucks. So she got 3 drinks coming with them. One is the Lotto Latte, okay, how ironic, latte. Then she got the Jackpot Frappuccino and the 7-7 Refresher. Now, like I said, the best time to capitalize off of this Starbucks shit is when Kodak Black called your ass a Frappuccino over a year ago, okay? And ever since then, people been calling you Latte, including me. So that would have been the best time to capitalize off of that. But now you just look like you low-key copying Ice Spice, because why did you have to wait until she did her collaboration with Dunkin' with her little drink and shit? You know what I'm saying? So you look kind of like you copying just a bit. I mean, Starbucks is a big deal. Like, I love Starbucks, but baby, like I said, it would have made more sense when people was calling your ass Frappuccino and Latte, not a year and a half later after Ice Spice get her little drink collaboration with another place that's competing with Starbucks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you look like a copying ass bitch. Okay, you look. It's giving weird. It's giving weird, just a little bit. Okay, and that's not ironic. Them timings is not ironic, baby. You had all this time. People been calling your ass a Latte. People been calling your ass the Frappuccino. Baby, you had time to capitalize off of that shit. Okay. But other than that, I heard that 21 Savage got his little green card, and Lotto, she went on Instagram or whatever and posted a little video of her, you know what I'm saying, in the club trying to be sexy, showing off her titties. She always tried too hard to be sexy to me. But anyway, she was posted up in a club rapping 21 Savage's lyrics, licking all on her tongue, or she was licking all on her mouth, y'all, and just trying to be just doing the most, trying to be sexy, whatever. And, it had the green lights in the background, and I guess that meant, he got his green card, you singing his lyrics, so maybe she dropping another hint that that's her man. But last time I checked, he still is married to Kiana, and Ice is still going to be watching that ass. So you can't just come out and just say you with this man, because technically he still can get his ass in troubles, okay? Because I think he got to wait like a year or two, something like that, before he can just file from divorce from her. Otherwise, it's going to look like he was just with her to get that motherfucking card, okay? But anyways, child, everybody know this man is with this woman. Everybody know that you the side piece, so I don't understand why you steady be wanting people to, read in between the lines and drop these little hints, baby. That's what got your ass caught up the last time. But, y'all let me know what you think about it down below. So the next topic I want to get into is Coi Leray. So, baby, like I said a few days ago on Twitter, I'm going to need these hoes to keep the words hate and train out of their mouth, preferably back to back in the same sentence, baby. Because these hoes want to have a hate train 3 bad. Just a couple of weeks ago, Cardi was on Station Head talking about she had a hate train. And here Coi Leray hopping her ass up claiming that she had a hate train. But, baby, your album ain't even sold 10,000 goddamn copies as far as, like, girl, what hate train? Anyways, child, take a listen.
Do you read the comments? Like, how do you feel about just, like, all the voices and things that people have to say as you evolve as an artist?
I mean, a couple years ago, I'm 26 now, but I'm going on my 5th year career, and when I came in, it was a little different. It was hard to adapt. Even a couple years ago, going through the hate train, it was really hard to understand why. It was like, why is it like this? Because I know I'm so talented, but as you get older and you win so much and you kill them with kindness and success, it's like, you just breeze right through that shit and nothing matters after that, you gotta really cherish your loved ones and loyalty. Like, don't let that's where you'll turn crazy, is you'll let the money and the comments and the fame get to you,
So let me know what you're thinking and how you're feeling down below. My thing is, a lot of these girls, Coi included, they think a hate train is when people criticize their music and don't fuck with their shit that they drop. Baby, that is not a hate train. People just don't like that shit. Okay? Take the valid opinions of the people who digest your music, okay, the critics. Just take what they have to say as critique at this point. But baby, people coming out and saying that they don't like this about your music, or they not feeling this song, or they don't understand this and that, that's not a hate train, boo. People is just giving you feedback. Take the feedback and do what you will with it, but that does not equate to no goddamn hate train. A hate train is literally when you have corporate giants coming against you. And last time I checked, ain't none of these hoes had that shit, except for Nicki Minaj. Cardi B hasn't even had corporate giants coming against her. Matter of fact, she got all the people on her side. She got the bloggers, scared to even say anything against her. You know what I'm saying? She want them all to kiss her ass. Her label is kissing her ass. You know what I'm saying? So she don't have no corporate nothing against her. Coi Leray don't either. People don't even care enough for Coi Leray to have a goddamn hate train. Okay? That album was not a result of a hate train. Them poor album sales was not a result of a hate train. That was a result of you just not promoting it good enough. Okay, and even now, you put out the video for Players, which I could have sworn I already had a video. You put out what you call the quote unquote official visual for Players over 6 months in. That shit came out damn near a year ago. Why is you just now putting out a Player's official music video? What? And then on top of that, why is you doing all this jumping back and forth and shit? You put out your album in June, and then you come out in August, September, and drop a goddamn EP, and then you come back a month later and go back to the album you dropped in June to make a visual to a song that was over a year old. Like, baby, it's not making sense. It's not, maybe your label does hate you, but still you don't have a hate train, because that just don't make any goddamn sense to me. It don't. Because why is it you're not pushing any other songs from your album except Playas? Like, you did that shit with the last album. You didn't push any songs except the one that was on the radio. So it's like, how come you ain't shooting any other visuals to any other shit that you put on that album? And then you jumping back and forth. Like, you just had an EP, and then here you going back to the album. Like, baby, it's not making any sense. So at the end of the day, people are just giving you feedback and constructive criticism. It's not a goddamn hate train. What you do just don't be making sense. And even though some of your music is a vibe, you don't know how to promote it. You suck at it. Okay, so that's just what it is. But y'all let me know what you think about it down below. So the next topic I want to get into is JT. So JT did an interview with Interview Magazine. She was interviewed by Callie Uchis, I don't know if I'm saying it right. But you know, there was a few things that came out of this interview and a few things that I took from it. So I'm gonna make it quick. But to sum it up, she will be dropping a solo EP soon. Okay, even though the City Girls, according to her, and Carisha, they do have an album coming out this month. Now, I don't know what all can be included on that. They ain't really put out no singles that did anything, like at all. But you know, but you know what I did notice? That No Bars song that JT put out, even though it's just JT on it, I noticed that the City Girls is the ones that's credited, not just JT. It's the City Girls. So, and JT did say that No Bars will be on the City Girls album, which I disagree with. I do not understand why JT's solo song needs to be on the City Girls album. Carisha's not on that in any type of way, and I highly doubt she contributed anything to that song. So why the fuck y'all putting it on that album and not the EP you say you got coming soon? You know what I'm saying? I didn't get that. But JT, basically, it was also talking about how she has little talks with herself and how she feels like she knows she got talent, but you know, due to other things, that she's not really in her own space to the point where she's like nominated in those certain categories, and those are the things that she basically wants for herself. But she did acknowledge her Spotify listeners going up, basically, because, you know, her numbers on Spotify as a solo artist is higher than the City Girls as a group. You know what I'm saying? And so she said she just can't actually wait to feel it. So she does have an EP coming soon, even though that City Girls album is going to be dropping first. I hope this is their last motherfucking album, bitch, because the City Girls just is not it for me. People is not fucking with the City Girls. People is fucking with JT. Okay, so that's, like I said, I don't like the fact that this that No Bar song is going to be on the City Girls album, because that's not a City Girls song. It's a JT song, and that needs to be included on the solo EP she got coming out. But you know, it is what it is. Also, though, she confirmed that she did not get her ass whooped among the rumors over the weekend that she fought Glorilla at the VMAs, which I found really hard to believe, because you know, the VMAs was like over a month ago at this point. Why are we just now hearing that they fought at the VMAs? Okay, the whole whoop-de-whoop was about, you know, Kenny and Offset and Cardi and all of that shit. So I really didn't believe that. Now, I know they was both at the Hip Hop Awards. That would have been a little bit more believable, but I doubt that they fought at all. Maybe words were exchanged, but I don't think that, you know, hands was thrown, okay, at all. But JT confirmed that she did not get her ass whooped. She say, does this look like someone who got their ass whooped? I know y'all lives hella boring and y'all love to believe that, but it didn't happen. Next caller. So, you know, wasn't no spill or no fighting going on between JT and Glorilla, but that don't mean that words weren't exchanged, because she never mentioned anything to that nature. She just said she didn't get her ass whooped. So who knows? Maybe words were exchanged. But, you know, a lot of these hoes don't like each other, okay? They can fake and pump and pretend all they want to, but a lot of these hoes don't like each other behind the scenes. And it's very clear as day, okay? So, you know, y'all let me know what you think about it down below. So the last topic I want to get into is Sexyy Red. And y'all already know what it is with this girl. I'm sure y'all been seeing it the past few days now, because I think it happened like, Friday? But if you don't know, Sexyy Red's sex tape was quote-unquote leaked. Now, you know, like how I originally felt about it. I originally felt like that dusty boy, that roach-looking boy with the dreads, who originally posted like over a week ago, that, you know, he posted Sexyy Red sleep in the bed, talking about he put it down or whatever. I think that was him. You know, he might have had gotten her phone and posted it, you know what I'm saying? Because that probably was the same day, you know, that same day that he had took that, you know, that video of her sleeping in the bed, talking about he put it down. That was probably the same day that they, you know, did that little sex tape. Who knows? But that was the initial thought I had when I had seen it. I'm like, oh my God, that little roach looking infested boy then took sis phone and posted it to her account. But then, you know what I'm saying, she had made this little video where she was basically clearing up about people talking about how her coochie ain't pink, which I can't even entertain that conversation, because a lot of y'all is a bunch of motherfucking imbeciles. Y'all want dark skin and brown skin girls to have a baboon's ass coochie. Y'all want the whole body to be brown and black except the coochie part, so the whole outside to be pink. I don't understand that you want it to look like a baboon's ass. That don't make no sense. The inside of a woman's vagina is pink. So You know what I'm saying? But when she had cleared that part up and was talking to the ignorant folks in the back, a lot of people feel like, well, girl, did you did you leak it, or like what's going on? So I don't think Sexyy Red leaked her own sex tape. Because she was saying how she was so heartbroken she wouldn't do no goofy shit like that. But then when she was addressing it in the video, she really didn't seem heartbroken. But my thing is this: regardless if she leaked it or somebody else leaked it, all these hoes got to do some type of humiliation ritual. All these artists, period. And if that is the humiliation ritual Sexyy Red want to go with, is having her pussy out there and fucking a nigga in front of the world to see, you know what I'm saying? Then that's her prerogative. You know what I'm saying? It's right on brand for her. Okay, because that's exactly the type of music that she puts out. So that's on brand for her. If that's the humiliation ritual she want to go with. But I just don't think it had any couth to it. So, I understand that Sexyy Red is really raw. I understand that she's provocative and, she's authentically her. I just think she could have chosen another ritual because that shit was a hot mess. I would never just put myself on blast like that and violate my goddamn self. But, regardless if it was leaked or not, I don't think it's going to hurt Sexyy Red too much. Honestly, I think if anything, people is going to get more into her and what she got going on. Because, her songs have already been doing good, been doing numbers. So, I don't know. I think people might... and there's not a way to look at her different because this is exactly who she's presented herself to be. This is what she's rapped about in her music. This is what she be talking about. So, it's not like you looking at her any differently. It's not like she puts out this angelic music and then turn around and do some shit like this. Like, oh my God, don't look at her the same. It's not like that because the bitch been talking about the same shit that, she didn't just put out. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's really going to hurt her too much, if at all. But I just think she could have did something with a little bit more couth. Because, first of all, I would never let a nigga record me. For one, she fucked up there. And for two, bitch, why wasn't no condom on in that video? Ugh. Just, ugh. Ugh. Just ill. But anyways, y'all let me know what you're thinking and how you feeling down below. So remember, y'all, before you get your panties in the wad, get them out the crack of your ass. This is just my thoughts, a commentary, and opinion. And baby, you can't do or say shit to change it, okay? So remember, like I said, go ahead and hit that like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter at Southern T with 2 ways, especially Twitter, because that's where I'll be 90% of the time when I'm not here on YouTube. I will catch y'all in the next video.